Hello again and welcome to a new video. This is our BMW X3 M40i, finished in phonetic blue. Now this car was registered on the 31st of the 12th, 2019, so a day off of being 2020 of course. It's on a 69 plate, it's covered just over 20,000 miles with full BMW service history. We're going to take a look around the car. The whole car has been machine polished and detailed to a very high level. Now, I'm just going to bring you in down on the driver's side. And what I'm going to show you here is if we look down the side of the vehicle and I move the camera up and down, the bodywork is all nice and true. There's no ripples. It's not had any previous paint work or anything like that. It's all genuine from new. I'll bring you over to the front bumper here. We've got the adaptive LED lights on this vehicle as well. Now the M40i's have I think it's called serene grey metallic, which is a slightly goldy coloured finish to the wheels and the trims around the fog lights and the centre grills, which is what really distinguishes them over and above a standard X3. Also the wing mirrors, if I bring you in to this wing mirror here, you can see a bit like on the M40i's, they used to have a different colour on the wing mirrors. I'll bring you around the front. All the black gloss trims are in really nice condition. There's no peppering to the front. There's a couple of very insignificant stone chips which we've touched up and then machine polished over. They are so insignificant that I can't pick them out on camera. Now these adaptive LED lights, you can basically tell the difference. They don't have the tubes. It's like a perspex plastic shield, for whatever better word, with some engraving on. And then you'll just see up here, adaptive LED lighting. Now what these lights will actually do is they will adjust themselves to the lighting conditions ahead of you. So if there's a car ahead of you, it will move the lighting around that vehicle or dip the main beam for you. Now if we come across the bonnet, there is nothing nasty on the bonnet. It's come up really beautifully. There's nothing, I've checked all over this car, so you can, if there is anything, I'll point it out, but there's nothing there. It's got a really lovely glossy shine. All of the windscreens in lovely condition. We've got the connective drive cameras up at the top here. We've got heads-up display over here as well. We come up onto the roof. There are no bird dropping stains. There are no scratches up here. All of the black gloss trims are in really nice condition. Now, sometimes if people are getting their cars washed and they get sprayed with what they call truck wash, it can stain the black gloss, but all of the trims on this car are like new, really nice and sharp. Again, that wing mirror. We've got park assist on the car as well, so front and rear parking sensors and self-parking. Now the lighting conditions are quite difficult because we've got the LED lights inside the building and then we've got the skylights allowing light through. The car looks a lot brighter and bluer in the sunlight outside. We've got sun protection glass at the back. I'm just going to give you the side view. Now for those of you that don't know what the M40, the engine in the M40, it's basically around just under it's about 340 brake horsepower or thereabouts. Probably runs about 350. The BMWs are generally underrated. Someone's just decided to pull a trolley or something outside. It's making a lot of noise. We've got the 21-inch alloys, all in immaculate condition. In fact, there was one wheel that we had refurbed properly, and that was this one. And we've got the M Sport brakes there as well. You can see the little air vent on the side in the matching colour to the wing mirrors. Again, if we look down the side of the car from this side, it's in fact a much better reflection this side. There are no ding dents. The shine is impeccable on there. Different choice of word there for me. It's been a busy day, and then right at the end of the day you get to do a video and to remember everything on the car, so it's quite a challenge for me. And there's the back wheel. And just worth mentioning, all Bridgestone Alenza tyres, which are the option from BMW. They've all got plenty of tread on as well. Oh, while we're here, we do also have the display key. Now that's not charged at the moment, but I couldn't put it on in the car. I just wanted to check that we don't have, yeah, okay, that's fine. So let's come around to the back. I'm just going to show you up on the top of the roof at the back as well. So you can see there's no damage up there. And then we've got reverse camera. If I bring you round this way, and we'll come down. Now, all of the trim down at the bottom, all the way along, there are no marks. You can see the lovely shine. If I bring it right down as well, there are no grazes down here. All the tailpipes are finished in, I think it's like a black anodized or a dark grey finish, which is a bit more sportier than the chrome. Let's bring you around to this side as well. You can see just how nice. Like I say, no damage on the bumpers or anything. You can see the parking sensor at the side there for the parking. Sorry, it's for the automatic parking. No scratches around the filler cap. And this car will run safely on E5, E10 and E25 if it comes out. It's the different grades of fuel. Again, the rear wheel, immaculate. Just bring you to the front wheel. Again, immaculate. Now this car's due to go in for an inspection with our BMW specialist. The car will get plugged in, diagnostically checked. Any service items that are due to coming up in the next several months will be carried out as well. All the brake pads will be checked so that we know that everything is all up together for the next owner. So a really lovely looking vehicle, and if you haven't driven one, oh, they're a dream to drive these. They have the adaptive M suspension. Well, this has the M Sport Plus package and the technology package, which gives you the adaptive drive. There are a few of these out there that don't have adaptive drive. Now the adaptive drive definitely makes a big difference to the quality of the ride of the vehicle, because it's able to change the suspension. There are valves on the shock absorbers which are allow you to make it softer or firmer. Now we're just looking at the door card on the passenger front. We've got Vernasca leather with blue trim to match the rest of the car. You can just make out the blue trim there. No damage on there. We've got the HARMAN KARDON sound system, which gives you, I think it's at least 16 speakers in all. There's speakers in the door. There are speakers just underneath the seats, up on top of the dash there. So you get a really good sound system. We've got electric seats, electric bolsters, which inflate the sides, both there and there. You can see the condition of the leather is in really nice condition, no scratches or anything. And that contrasting stitching really sets the seats off really nicely. There are various different colours for the interior lighting. It's currently on like a reddy orange there. You can have blue, various different colours. I think there's greens, purples. Now, I will show you more of this from the other side, just to give you a view from this side so you can actually see there's no damage. Center armrest there, and no damage on the side here. Okay, let's take a look in the back. There's all lighting in the door handles as well here. You can just see it just inside there and at the bottom of the doors. Again, door card on this side, no dig marks in there at all, no scuff marks or anything. And door seals, no damage here either. You've got some contrasting blue edged mats in there as well. Isofix in the back. Center armrest that pops down. Center headrest folds down, as you can see, give you a better view out the back of the car. And then we've also got, if I can just zoom in a little bit, auto climate for the rear passengers separately in the back there. That all lights up and you can adjust that. The backs of the front seats, as you can see, no damage, no scratches, no damage in the center console bit there. Okay, so let's come around to that. I'll open up the back with the key. Bear with me. There are two keys for the car, so one standard key and one display key. The display key sort of shows you with your car's lights are on, the fuel that's left in it, etc. If I just bring you, that's better. No damage, as you can see. And if we look inside, now sometimes if people have been dragging stuff in and out the boot, this can get all nasty scuffs on it, but this one's in lovely condition. Then we've got little hooks that pull out on the side there, extended storage. These storage hooks slide up and down either side so you can tie stuff down. All of the boot carpet, as you can see, again, and the back of the seats, really nice condition. We've got a 12-volt socket up on the side there as well. And then storage down in here. I think all the some cubby hole underneath the tray there. There it is. That's what I was looking for. The locking wheel nuts in there, the toolkit. Now also, I think you can put the parcel shelf there, will slide into that section there and just tucks underneath the side there. So you've got somewhere to put it. We can fold down the seats with this lever, like so. You can do that both sides. Just want to also show you up on the top here, this hasn't got any nasty scuffs or damage on it either. We can shut the boot from there as well. Let's come round to the driver's side passenger and we'll just flip this seat back up into its place. Clip it in. The back of the driver's seat. Seals. Try and get that bit of focus, there we go. And the door card. Again, no damage. Nice big cubby holes in there for storing bottles of water, etc. I have also checked all of the door edges around the car. There's no scratches or marks. So open up the driver door. Just flip these lights off for a second. And again, in focus, there we go. Door card on this side, all nice and clean, no damage. We've got electric folding mirrors, which you can fold in when you lock up the car. I think there's a setting that you can adjust to turn that on and off. We've got memory seating on this side. Oh, sorry, let's get it a bit further. There we go. Again, really nice condition, lovely and clean in there. And the driver's seat, no damage on there. That's just a bit of fluff in there. Center armrests. And then the steering wheel, just to point that all the way around, I've checked that, no damage on there. And I'm going to jump in now. We've got the light coming in through the shutter, so I'm going to do my best here. Now the first thing I'm going to show you is the heads up display. So let's start her up. Just see the headlights adjusting themselves. Now, if I zoom in, you can just make out, there we go. You can flick through here using the steering wheel control button. Now this will show you your radio stations, your music collection, your DAB, and also your sat nav, your speed, and there's various different things you can display on there. And then down onto the dash, let's just come down here. There's the mileage, 20,760. Now using the little BC button over here, we can bring up different windows at the bottom there. And this is the mode button that we were using to change the sat nav, etc. We've got paddle shift just on the top there, auto wipers, and then this side we've got speed limiter and cruise control. Now to engage the adaptive LED lights is this little button at the bottom here. Now because it's not dark enough outside, it's not going to turn them on, but it'll bring a little symbol just like this one. Let's get that in focus, up onto the dash in green when you'll know it's active. In fact, we put it on auto. Let's try that. There you go, up on the top there. Okay, so let's just move over. Oh, the other thing okay, so that's okay. We'll do the climate control. So we've got the climate control down here. I'm really sorry about the reflection. We had to have the door open to get the light onto the vehicle. If I just bring this round, you can see that there's no scratches. We've got the heated seats here, dual climate control. And then down here, we've got the wireless charging pad. So you can just lay your phone down here, a little blue light comes on and it will charge. Great, you know, very easy to use because you just plonk your phone down there. Some people might prefer to use a charger in here or a USB. Sometimes these wireless chargers, they do make your phone quite warm, which always worries me a little bit. And then we've got a massive cubby hole here with another USB in there. We've also got brake hold. So if we engage a gear, press, brake hold, and you'll see over here, auto hold has come up. Now we're in gear. I've taken my foot off of the pedal, so the car's holding. Now if I touch the accelerator, it releases. So basically when you come down to a junction, you can just push your foot down hard. You'll notice that it will come on down there, and then you don't have to hold your foot on the brake. Now this little button here, this is for some of your safety aids, if you want to call them that. You've got pedestrian, in fact if we click in here, pedestrian alert. So basically it will sense if someone's going to walk out and it will brake for you. We've got collision alert, which you can set early, medium or late, which will bring you in closer. In fact, let's check that back to early. Yeah, okay. So that's what that button there does. Now, the thing I wanted to show you was really the adaptive drive. Now, these M40s have the M Sport diff is what they have. So they have a slightly different diff on them, and then this is what adjusts the suspension. So if I come up onto the top here, now if I go into Eco Pro, it's really frustrating me about the light coming through the doorway. Okay, we'll have to just deal with it. Now we can configure in here different settings. So settings. So Eco Pro will put the engine ECU into an economy setting. Now at the moment we're getting an efficiency of 90%. If we turn off some of these driver aids or these settings here, you can see just how quickly that's dropped. So by having these set, like coasting is where there'll be no engine braking, so you can coast up to a junction. If you select the speed limit, which is 70 of course on the motorway, you can see the efficiency's now gone up to 94%. So basically you can adjust all this to get the best out of the car. Now because of the adaptive dampers we have, we can set them for comfort or sport. So sport's a bit more rigid obviously, we'll put it back to comfort for now. And you can also adjust the steering. It's got the variable sport steering on the vehicle. So it has a rack that basically has a valve on the steering rack which can adjust just how sensitive the steering is, make it a little bit firmer. Now if we go into comfort mode, this is just a balance setting in between. And then we've got sport, which we can have set to standard, or plus, which will take off some of the traction control. And then we can go into individual, and we can set individual here. So we've got the damping again, sport or comfort. Oops, wrong button. Steering, engine, we can set to comfort, sport or sport plus. Transmission, comfort, sport or sport plus. So with the transmission, it'll just make it sharper. It will drop down an extra gear if you put it in sport plus, and it will hold on to that gear for you as well, so you get a bit more engine braking when you come off the throttle. So you can adjust all that in there. Okay, now if we go into the menu, this is all touch screen as well, so we can move all of these windows around. We've got all of our media. We've got, I'm pretty sure this has got Apple CarPlay. I will photograph it so you can see that in the pictures. Connective drive, this is where you can have information and apps from BMW. My vehicle is where all of your settings are. You can see down the right hand side. Attentiveness assistant, so it will monitor your driving. Parking. Now active PDC emergency, so basically this one here, if you're reversing and this is turned on, if anyone walks behind you, it'll automatically brake for you. So if you do the school run or something like that and you park in the school car park and you're worried about all the little kids around, turn this on, and if you're reversing out and someone was to walk behind or run behind the car, it literally slams the brakes on for you. So a nice safety feature there. And this is your park assist, and this will basically automatically park the car. There's lots of videos online, including in the car, to show you how to use it. The nice thing about the BMWs is they are quite easy to work out how to use things, but even without looking in the book. Air circulation, seat heating. So driver seat heating. Oh yeah, so this is where we can set a minimum temperature. So if it was particularly cold, 5 degrees, we can change the automatic below figure to 5 degrees. And when you come in, turn it on. When you come in and start the car in the morning, automatically the seats will start to warm up the car. Sorry, the seats with the electric, the heated seats will come on and warm the seats up for you. This is what happens when you got a video and think about everything. And you can set the level as well, and you can do that for both seats, as you can see there. Okay, what else? Vehicle tracking, we don't need to go in there. And if we go back in here, iDrive settings, your wireless tray. Oh, gestures. So basically there's a little camera above. Let's get this in focus. Now if I put the let's put okay, 1 second, let's put dab on. I need to turn it down because let's just put something on. Radio 1, okay. Now if we want to turn the music up, just wiggle your finger, you can see it showing you there and down, and there are other features and things you can do. I think something like this, there you go, came up on there, so you can select those features in there. Let's just go back in there. So that was your gestures. You've got your displays. Now heads up display. Now one of the worth pointing out, see, this is all the information you can have on your heads up display. You can adjust the brightness, the height and the rotation. So if it feels a bit ski with like this or like this, you can adjust that in here. You can have it on standard, reduced or individual. Entertainment, telephone, etc. Okay. Control display. Instrument cluster, okay. Magnifying function. This is for the speedo. So can you see that? So you can have this feature on, and as the dial comes round, it enlarges the number of the speed that you're doing. Quite a nice feature. You know, a little bit gimmicky, some of this stuff, but it's really nice to have. We all like to, you spend a lot of money on a car and you like to play around with these features. We've got the driver profiles here. You can set up with the BMW app, the car status. We've got tyre pressures and temperatures in here. And then the service history. Now it is due to go in for a service. Let's see what's in here. So all the services. So there we go. That was the PDI or pre-delivery check. And then first one's oil and microfilter. Now that's 2 years or about 19,000 miles. You can see just how early that was done. 4,000 miles that it had its first oil change. So this car's really been over service. First brake fluid, 3 years. After that, every 2 years, because you can never get all the brake fluid out once it's been done once. And it's just had a big service. It's just had the spark plugs. Everything's just been done in December. So this is basically going in for an inspection. This car will check all the brake pads, etc. But the car's going to be ready to go very shortly. What else have we got to show you in there? Notifications, navigation, address input. So you can do this by voice control, or you can basically write with your finger. I went a bit early then, so let's just try that again.
P-O-3.
To do a space, line across like that.
Space. 5 R.
And I'm not even left-handed, and it still understood me. So that's our address here, and then you can see it'll take you to that address. If I click on map, now this is where on the left we've got all of our different settings, map views, and in direction of travel. Now you can save these views, and you can save telephone numbers on these numbers down here. So if you just run your finger, can you see that at the top? So if I press number 5, it saved that view. And then if we go map views and go perspective, we'll save that view on number 7, because it's quite nice to flick between the two if you're in a built-up area and you want to work out what junction. So if we press number 6, which one did we set it on? Oh, I set it on number 5, didn't we? There we go, there's that view, and then I think they put the other one on 7. Should have done it on 6 and 7, but never mind. And like I say, you can save your telephone numbers on there as well. There's lots of other features in the sat-nav, but I'm conscious that the video is going to go on for way too long, as they usually do. We've got the book pack in there as well. There we go. Again, this light from outside is so bright today. But like I say, all of the interior, let me get a view down on this. All this black gloss trim, really nice and shiny. You'd be surprised that we machine polished this as well. We've got different machine polishes for different things. So all that is in lovely condition. Now, I suppose what we should do now, we should show you, reverse camera. Let's do the reverse camera. So we've got the reverse camera with all the markings. We've got settings here, like I showed you earlier, and you can turn the camera off and just have the parking sensors, like so, if you wish, and then put the park assist on at the top. So as you're driving along looking for a space, put your indicator on and it will show you. One last thing worth quickly just showing you, if you go down to owner's handbook, if you go into animations, you can see cruise gesture control, heads up, park assist. I mean, there's so many things in this car. But there's actually a video will show you exactly how to use things.
And features an automatic parking assist program.
So we won't go through that now. Now what we'll do, we'll jump out. Oh, we're in reverse. Let's take that out gear. Pop the bonnet. So it's one pull on these. And then we should... Oh, it might be 2 pulls actually, Scott. Let's try that again. Ah, it's usually got a little ×2 on the lever, but I got caught out there. There we go, lift it straight up now. So here we have the 6-cylinder twin-powered turbo. So a twin-powered turbo is basically a twin-scroll turbo. 2 inlets into the turbo, which allows the air to flow quicker and spin the turbo up quicker, which reduces lag, gives you more power, better fuel economy, very efficient engines, and despite the power on these, you can get a good 35 miles to the gallon out of these. All lovely and clean up under the bonnet up here. All this is cleaned by hand, really thoroughly. All these trims come off. We'll take any leaves out, hoover them all out. You don't want to be jet washing around these engine bays too much. There's a lot of electrics, so we're very careful. A lot of WD-40 sort of products are used to safely clean around the engine bay. So lovely under there. Just close it down like so. So there we have it, our X3 M40i. Really, this car's only just 2 and a bit years old. Lovely low mileage. We've got lots of finance packages. I'm going to move around to this side of the vehicle because we'll get a better view of the colour. We've got some extended warranties. Now this car's got some warranty on it to the end of the year, of course. But if you want to take out an extended warranty, that can be taken out now, but start at the end of the manufacturer's warranty. Now the policies that we have in place are very comprehensive, very similar to the BMW policies. In fact, I'd argue that in cases that it's actually better. Our policies that you can take out will cover oil seals and gaskets as well. So please ask if you have any questions about extended warranties, if you want to protect your investment in your next car. Well, look, I think I've covered as much as I can today. We'll get some pictures online, but please feel free to give us a call. Always happy to help. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye now.